is going to restore all things and been the repair of the breach. How many of you knew that about, this is 2006 survey, so it's 6 years old. In 2006, a survey was done to determine the most popular Christian song in the entire world. Not the United States, but the most popular Christian song in the entire world in the last 20 years. Anybody want to venture a guess? Any total guesses?
Amazing Grace.
Let's sing it tonight. Days of Elijah. Days of Elijah is the most popular worldwide Christian song in the last 20 years. You know why? You ever listen to the words of Days of Elijah? It's a song for this time. Why is that? You are Elijah, and you are Elijah. We are Elijah, but particularly this generation is the Elijah generation. You are the ones who are going to do the repairing and the restoring of all things. Now, I'm going to start with this verse right here. We're going to come back to this several times in the next couple months. This is from a character called Stephen Hawking. Does anybody know who Stephen Hawking is?
Stephen Hawking.
Yes. Sits in a wheelchair. He sits in Isaac Newton's seat at Oxford University. He's probably the most well-known physicist in the world. He's probably 73, 74 years old. He's the one that said this. So this is not some believer. This is not some Christian. This is not some Messianic. This is not your mom and your dad. This isn't Brad. This is Stephen Hawking, one who totally denies the existence of a creator or a designer. And he said, and I quote, "Whatever created the universe is sustaining the universe." Now that is absolutely true. Now he says whatever. Why? Because he doesn't believe in a God or creator. He believes that natural forces brought the universe into existence, so natural forces keep the universe into existence. So, but what he says is absolutely true. Whatever brought it there keeps it there. So if the Word of God brought the universe into existence, what keeps the universe in existence? You can talk, it's okay. If the Word of God brought the universe into existence, what keeps the universe in existence?
Word of God.
Word of God, okay. Word of God, it's not rocket science, okay?
It is.
It is. So, God knows that. Do you think He's smarter than we are? Do you think He knew that His Word brought it into existence will also keep it into existence? So, all of a sudden, a group of people rise up in the latter days that are starting to return to the Word of God from the beginning. Not the middle, but the beginning. Going all the way back to the beginning and keeping His ways, keeping His Sabbaths, keeping His festivals, eating what He said to eat, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden, He does that for just such a time as this. Why? Because we are the repairers of the breach and the restorers of past to dwell in it. So what he's saying is, whatever brought it there is going to keep it there. So to which we should sigh a collective duh. Because the Bible already says this. Let's go back to the beginning. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." I know you're all familiar with that verse. That English word "moved" there, in the Greek, is pharaoh. That's this word here. I don't expect you to remember that. That's that word here. Pharaoh. In the Hebrew, it's merechebet. Merechebet. Comes from the root rachaf. Now, what's important about that? Well, this is what brought the universe into existence. This is the verse that tells you how things came into existence in the very beginning. It was the Spirit of God, which you're going to see in a minute is the breath of God, which is the Word of God. So if the breath of God, the Spirit of God brought it into existence, what keeps it in existence? The Spirit of God. The word rakaf there actually is a bird. Once you get the image in your mind, because this is the way the Bible works. It's a bird coming down upon her nest. She's got a little nest of little chicks there in the nest, and they're all hungry. They're all hungry. And here comes the mother bird, and she's going to do one of two things. A, she's going to drop a little worm down in the bird's mouth. Okay, that would be to feed them. But that's not the only thing that mother birds do. Mother birds will hover over the nest. That's that word "moved." And they will flap their wings so fast that it energizes those little chicks and causes them to grow. The frequency, which is what we're going to talk about the next couple of days, the frequency of those flapping wings. You ever seen a hummingbird? Okay, those little hummingbirds, This will take off. Okay? But you can feel, they will energize you because they're designed to energize you. Did you know the little birds in the morning when they sing that song, when the birds go, beep, beep, oh no, I mean not a big bird imitator, but all the little birds are singing in the morning. Do you know that that causes the flowers to open up? Okay? The stamina, that little thing sticking up the flowers opens up in the morning based upon those singing birds. So what happens if the birds are missing? Then the flowers are open. What happens if the